Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are continuing with the Rainbow Neighborhood and we're wrapping it up actually. This is our last house in this Rainbow Neighborhood, village, whatever you want to call it. And of course we are ending with the blue house. It's been a long time coming. I think this is one of my favorite houses in the lot. I personally love the color blue, and so I think it's actually a really cute house. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. To start out, we are starting out with a shell with a 2-story. It is going to be maybe a little smaller than the other houses. The red house was definitely bigger. You guys, if you have not seen the other videos, I really recommend you watching them here on the channel. There is an album here on my channel where you can see all the rainbow neighborhoods that I built throughout these last few months. So yeah, we are using this wallpaper that is actually from Life and Death, and these shingles that I believe are from Snowy Escape. I could be mistaken. So when I was building this house, I was imagining that maybe in this house we had if I recall correctly, because it's been a while since I built this, we had 2 or 3 siblings living in this house. So I think I ended up making about 3 bedrooms. I was also imagining that maybe they were in college, one of them had been there longer, and one of them just arrived or something like that, or 2 of them. And so, or it could be their roommates. They don't necessarily have to be siblings. But that's what I was thinking in the back of my brain when I was building this house, as we start to get into more of the details of this house. I would say that this neighborhood in general, it's quite traditional for per the exterior. I'm using these base game windows with the shutters. Nothing crazy. I don't think I do anything particularly modern in this neighborhood. So I think there is definitely a theme throughout this house for a more traditional Sims house, I would say. Also keep in mind that not everything that I'm using is blue. I personally like to build with all different colors, just as long as the main color of the house is blue. I think that's what mostly matters to me. So let's keep that in mind as we build this house. So we have space here in the entryway for some storage, some things to put things on. I decided to use these columns that are actually from Cottage Living, and I'm using this shelf in the entryway that is from Laundry Day. I don't know, I just felt like it feels very cluttered, this shelving unit, and so I wanted to add more details in here as well. So you can see here, maybe starting to see the types of items that I'm hanging here are maybe for a more younger audience. So maybe I was thinking that this house was belonged to their grandma or their parents at one point, and then again they're using it while they're here studying in college. On this side of the house, I decided to do the kitchen, where I'm using these cabinets from Cottage Living, and I decided to use this tile from the Sleek Bathroom kit. The wallpaper that I'm using on the walls with the flowers is from, I think, Realm of Magic, if I'm not mistaken. So in the kitchen, I decided to use this stove that I believe is from Snowy Escape, and this fridge that is also from Cottage Living. And I'm using the sink that is actually from the Kitchen Clutter kit. And then the lamp above is actually from High School Years. I think this has become one of my favorite lamps in the entire game. I just think it's really pretty, and it adds a nice detail to the ceiling. And it's not too modern or too vintage. On the wall, I decided to use this little display for the dishes that I believe is from the Home Chef Hustle kit. I just really like it. In reality, I don't know if I would use it in person, but like in real life, but I think it adds a nice touch in The Sims 4. I decided to change the wallpaper in here. I wasn't really sure what I wanted, so I put this one, I believe is from Base Game. And then I found this table with the blue painted below it. And then I'm using these chairs that are from the Cozy Kitsch Kit. I actually want some chairs like this in real life for my dining room. So I was thinking of going to IKEA to find something similar to this because I feel like I've seen them there. I also decided to use these curtains from Realm of Magic. I'm not really sure why, but I think it's fine. Oh, and you can see like this was so long ago because in the stairs, I couldn't remove the railing on the left-hand side. Now you can do that with Base Game. So that's pretty cool. Over here in the living room, we have so much space, so much space, I'm sorry. So I wanted to have like so many chairs. Like I was thinking that they would invite their friends over and play video games. Like I wanted to have like a collection of all sorts of things. These two chairs on the side, I was thinking like maybe they came originally with the house and they just pushed them to the side because they wanted to put their beanbag chairs and their inflatable chairs. So that was sort of what I was picturing in here. Again, that contrast of like things that my grandparents or my parents had and things that we are bringing in to make it our own. You can definitely see the chaos going on in this house. I'm using a lot of things from high school years. And then we have this little space for a restroom. I guess you could say like a guest restroom. I put a toilet, a sink. Nothing crazy in here. I don't know if I put a shower. I guess I didn't. I just put this mirror from high school years again. So that was the first floor. And as we step upstairs, we are going to have that division of each bedroom. So yeah, I also wanted to add some columns because it was floating on the outside and we don't want the house to be collapsing. I don't really know why I built it like that, but I think it's fine. Here I put a little bit of a like handlebars in the stairs. So if I recall correctly, this is going to be a bedroom for one of the older siblings. I was thinking that this sibling was maybe into skiing. This skill, I believe, comes from Snowy Escape. And so a lot of the stuff in here is going to be a little bit more like ski, snowy oriented. And so that's what we have here. This sibling also has like, or the person who lives here also has their own bathroom. So that's great, you know, a little bit more privacy. I don't remember if the other ones, I think there should be like a shared bathroom. I'm using a lot of posters from Snowy Escape. And this bed, I believe, is from high school years, as well as the side table on the right hand side. And then the little ladder, step ladder, is from the Cozy Kitsch Kit. I also decided to give them this little like rug that is from Lovestruck. And then I added a few more items in there to make it more snowy and skiing friendly, I guess you can say. For the restroom, I didn't do anything crazy. I'm using once again this tile that I used downstairs in the kitchen, and I just put a shower, a sink, and a toilet. I also give them a robe in there and a little plant from the Sleek Bathroom Kit. So here we have the shared bathroom, and then we have another big bedroom. I believe this is a bedroom where I end up putting two beds. Yeah, like the other two siblings or the other two roommates that live in here don't have the advantage of calling dibs on the bigger bedroom, so they have to share a room and they have to share a bathroom. So I am using this dirty wallpaper that I believe is from the Basement Treasures Kit, or it could be from City Living. I'm not really sure. I also gave them these two little like closets that come in high school years, both of them in blue with like different color like stickers, or just like different color in general. Oh, I also went back to give like the the older sibling like a nicer TV and stuff like that. Yeah, so what do we have here? There is also a back room over there. As you can see, like it's not occupied. So if you download this from the gallery, you could easily make that a third bedroom. What I ended up putting in there was actually like a study room, because if they are actually like college kids or whatever, they might want to have a place to study, because in the bedroom they don't necessarily have space, and downstairs, as we all know, they're going to be partying, inviting their friends over. So that's what I decided to put in that other room. Here, the second bathroom, there is an entrance from the bedroom. There isn't an entrance from the hallway, which I think it's fine, but if you really wanted to add it, you could. I think there is enough space on that wall that you can add it. Again, I'm using this wallpaper from Realm of Magic, and this is where I decided to put 3 desks, one for every sibling, sort of representing the bedrooms that we put in here. This one on this side is probably for the older sibling who likes skiing, and the other 2 are for the 2 that are sharing the bedroom. Yeah, I mean, this is a fairly large room where you could definitely put another bedroom if needed. Like I said in my other video, like this build is pretty cool because you have access to all the houses in one lot. So if you personally like don't have a shower in your house, which by the way, I forgot to put a kitchen in the purple house for whatever reason, but you can go to your neighbors and just like use their kitchen or use their grill. So that's fine. And then, oh, what is this? I don't know where this is actually. So I guess, oh, this is the hallway. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, you guys. So we have some space because I was like, wow, this looks huge. So I put these bookshelves from the Refined Living Room kit, and I just put a few more chairs throughout the house. And then I put the snowboard from the Snowy Escape debug, and a few more clutter here, more clutter items, to make it look more realistic and more cohesive with what we had going on downstairs, the craziness of just like being college kids and, you know, just having a grill, I guess. So yeah, this is what the house ended up looking like. I just went around and give them a few more bushes. And up next, I'm gonna show you guys what this entire neighborhood looks like. And I'm honestly obsessed. Look at this. This is amazing. This is gonna be in 2x speed. I'm sorry for the angles, but I love the colors. I love how everything looks. I did like a little walkway in the middle, and then I put some benches. These benches are actually from Lovestruck, and each of them I gave them like little flowers, and they all sort of match their houses. So for example, this green one, we just put like a little bit of purpley flowers, which I had put originally. Again, I really recommend you guys going back to watch the other houses. Each one of them is like super unique. Then we have this yellow house, which is kind of traditional, maybe a little more modern. We have the orange house with the orange flowers. Then we have the red house, which I absolutely love. Then we have the purple house, which is a business. And then we have the blue house. So yeah, you guys, this is the end of a rainbow neighborhood. Maybe I'll do something similar in the future, but for the time being, we're gonna call it a day on this. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this sort of video, don't forget to subscribe so you can see more from my channel, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.